Namaste Krishna Rao garu. Welcome to IYR Talks English edition. In this edition, we will discuss on a very long pending issue between the Congress government and the other governments regarding a very famous paper, Deccan Herald, which has been National Herald, sorry, National Herald, which has been co-founded by Jawaharlal Nehru as a mouthpiece of Congress, and in fact, other dignitaries of the Congress party were also there at that point of time. But what has happened slowly in 2010, Young Indian Private Limited has taken over the Associated Journals, and this Associated Journals has got assets of more than 5,000 crores spread across the India. Now the crux of the problem is that the Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi is holding more than 76% in this AGI. So the CBI, Enforcement Directorate has in fact taken control of 661 crores of worth of assets, and then Enforcement Director has put money laundering thing against both Sonia and Rahul. So, and the Congress said this is a vendetta of BJP and it's a politics, vendetta politics and all that. So, and in fact, the main person we have to recall is to bring everything into the limelight is the BJP MP and Supreme Court, I think, Advocate Subrahmanyam Swamy in 2014, by putting a pill in the Supreme Court, he has started, trying to expose the misdeeds of this whole episode. So now, since this is before the court, and the recently the government also has issued notice and trying to drag the issue to the public furor, I request you to kindly sum up in nutshell about the case revolving around this National Herald paper issue.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to Subrahmanyam Swamy, but for him, this case wouldn't have seen the light of the day. And not just this, whether it is Jayalalitha, Sasikala, corruption. I mean, he fought it. He fought it for decades. That's the greatness, tenacity of the person too, from one to another, another to another. And you told he is a Supreme Court lawyer. He is not. He doesn't have a formal law degree. He appears as a person in presence. That's the way he goes about it. But the amount of thoroughness with which he goes, all his cases he is able to win. I mean, in fact, my own experience, that Ananda Nilayam Ananta Swamy case in Tirupati, which Adikeshwar Naidu wanted to do it, he was only stopped by Subrahmanyam Swamy because he took it up and filed a bill in the High Court, got an order, and when this man went and got a stay in Supreme Court, he again went and fought with the judges there. How can you give a order ex parte without hearing men? They had to hear him and then amend their order. So that's the greatness of the man. So that's one point. As far as this case is concerned, see how it degenerates from generation to generation. 1930s, who were the stalwarts who started this National Herald? Nehru was there, but not just Nehru, 100, 150 important Congress leaders, Govinda Vallabh Pant and all those people, they put in shares and then started this great newspaper to be the mouthpiece of Congress, because in those days it was the organization which was leading the national movement. And for a long time, people may not be knowing, the person who was editor to this is a Telugu man, Chalpati Rao. He was the editor for this newspaper, National Herald. So as things went, in fact, newspapers by themselves there are very few people who could make money out of it. In fact, Prakasham, Tangutur Prakasham, lost all his money because of the newspaper, the Swaraj newspaper which he started in those days. Similarly, this also has lost and it gone into debts. So once it gone into debts, Congress party seems to have given it some 50 lakhs or so as a loan, and very cunningly and very cleverly, and that's where I say the degeneration from generation to generation. Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi team have floated a Young India, another company, with shares, 70% of the shares in between them, 70 to 80% of the shares in between them, with some 5 lakhs or so as the share capital. And this loan, which was given to Associate General, which runs the National Herald by the Congress party, that was handed over to this particular thing as shares. So they paid that 80 lakhs and took it over as a shares of the National Herald party, and so they got control over this National Herald newspaper. They are not so much interested in the National Herald newspaper, the real estate of the National Herald, because it's such a old paper which started in 1934. Over a period of time, they acquired prime lands in a number of areas which are worth hundreds of crores. So they wanted, their eye was on that. So this is the corporate connivance or cleverness with which they have gone ahead and done the whole thing. So good that at least finally it has come to a stage where it's getting, the ED has started working on this, and I'm sure it will go before a court of law, and I think it will be a very important, serious criminal case against both these people. And why government has started it now, I don't know. I mean, the political angle to it is also there, definitely, because it's not some small businessmen who are into it. It's the people who are leading another newspaper. Let's see how it goes, but it's a very, very important corporate fraud that has been perpetuated. Nobody less than the leaders who ran this country for almost all a decade. Thank you.
Hope the Supreme Court gives a final verdict faster, so that these sort of things cannot be kept in abeyance for